Welcome back to another episode of the Smith Boys Podcast, brother. Put these drinks in the drinks, brother. Oh, brother, the battle of the 2-1 teams. Green Bay, Detroit.
Taylor Swift there. Rooting on Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I don't get the Taylor Swift thing. To me, Taylor Swift is about as mid gets.
Yeah! Well, I think she's quite hot to trot, dude.
You don't know shit.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
I think she's pretty mid.
That's when I said, eat my ass. We're leaving.
But be that as it may, this is Lions Green Bay Packers.
Lions-Packers, brother.
Oh, boy, howdy.
Both teams 2-1.
2-1. This is for the lead of the division.
Both teams tied at 2-1 to lead the division. This is going to be a Thursday night game.
4-day turnaround.
4-day turnaround.
F&A, Cotton, F&A.
Yeah.
Because the Lions just came on. Game ended 10 minutes ago. They beat the Falcons.
Beat them up pretty bad physically, I thought.
Packers game just ended. They were down 17-0, came back and won 18-17.
Yeah.
18 straight points and beat the undefeated Saints.
Yeah.
And now, 4-day break. We get Lions, Packers, Thursday Night Football at Lambeau Field in Green Bay to be the leader of the division, brother.
Yeah.
Who you got? Who are we looking at? What's going to happen?
This is a tough game. This is a really tough game. I mean, Green Bay has got they're sitting at 2-1, breaking in Jordan Love here.
Both teams have. I don't want to hear all about the Lions are banged up because Green Bay is just as banged up. Christian Watson didn't play today. Aaron Jones didn't play today. Jair Alexander didn't play today. That's 3 of Green Bay's best players didn't play today.
Yeah!
And they beat an undefeated Saints team. So the Lions are just as banged up. So let's take injuries out of the equation as an excuse. I mean, we can talk about certain guys that are out, but let's not be like, well, the Lions are hurt, so they're kind of at an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Green Bay's just as injured.
Yeah, I mean, you're into week 4 now, and this is a 4-day week. So I couldn't imagine being in one car wreck and 4 days later being in another one. I think that's going to be just a war of attrition. But, injuries are a part of the game. It's next man up mentality. You got to move on. Lions come away in this game. I think the offensive line is where they're hurting the most, and you got to figure out what Taylor Decker availability is come Thursday night because you really missed him.
You got Penny Sewell.
Did not have a good day.
Penny Sewell, who was a left tackle coming out of college, that they decided to move to the right tackle and learn that position. And then whenever Taylor Decker gets hurt, they move him back to left tackle to play left tackle.
And Penny Sewell is probably one of the top 2 or 3 right tackles in the league.
Yeah.
I thought he suffered today, on the left side.
Trying to take care of Calais Campbell.
He had 2 or 3 holding calls. There were some mistakes that he made on that side that he probably wishes that he had this game over again. But Ragnow even had a penalty. But they just went through everybody, on the depth chart as far as offensive line goes.
They were on like their 4th right guard.
It was abysmal. But they got the job done. You know what I mean? Like they pulled together. They got the job done. Now it's on to Green Bay. I watched Green Bay against Chicago the first week of the season. Chicago's putrid. They won that game quite handedly. And then they go on the road to Atlanta last week and they lose after being up by 12. I think it was 19-7 at one point in the 4th quarter. And they allowed Atlanta to come back. And then this week they were down 17-0 at home and scored 18 straight points against the Saints. So I don't know what to make of the team quite yet.
I don't know what to make of the Lions quite yet either, because the Lions defense last week.
I'm more confident in what I know about the Lions.
Yeah, I would say so, but we also watch the Lions more intently than we do Green Bay, so we feel like we know them a little more. But the confusion comes in is that week 1 against KC, the Lions defense played pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Week 2 against Seattle, a team that you wouldn't think whose offense would be that great. The Lions struggled mightily, and it seemed like Seattle just had their way with the Lions defense. And then they come in and play Atlanta, and Atlanta has all kinds of weapons, and I expected kind of Atlanta to put up some points. And they just neutralized all of Atlanta's weapons. And it probably the best defensive performance I can think of watching the Lions play as a team.
Yeah, they played wonderful
a long time.
They played spectacular.
So it's like, what is the Lions' defense? Are they the Seattle team where they can't distinguish their ass from their elbow? or are they the Kansas City / Atlanta team and play pretty damn good? Like,
they're somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
I mean, they're somewhere in the middle. I think Atlanta was a little bit overvalued coming in. You know, maybe the 2-0 was a little inflated to some degree, just based off who they played and whatnot. You know, but hey, Lions took care of business. You know, and so now it's on to Green Bay. Green Bay took care of business too. But this is a road game, a short week. I think this is potentially a trap game when I think the Lions are a better team than Green Bay.
King Kong ain't got shit on me!
And so I think as long as they don't turn the ball over and they play, you know, a similar style of defense and get to Jordan Love and frustrate him, I think they'll win the game.
Oh my God. Do you hear that, Lord?
You know, don't turn the ball over and pressure Jordan Love. Don't let him get comfortable. He's a young quarterback. You know, those things are recipes for success, and you know, for the Lions right now. And it's the simple things, and they did the simple things, and they did them really well today.
I think I'm in lockstep with you there. I think the Lions do have the better team, which is crazy to say when you're talking about Lions versus Packers.
I'm the captain now.
Saying the Lions have the better team. I think the Lions do have the better team. I do, but the problem for me is the 4-day turnaround. I give the edge to the home team, which is going to be Green Bay on the 4-day turnaround. Green Bay is already at home.
I know, but I like that matchup of Branch versus Jordan Love. You know, I like a lot of that, what that has to offer.
I like, you know, the fact that Green Bay is at home already today and gets to stay at home for 4 days, get to sleep in their own bed, stay in their own facility, eat at their own places, be around their family for 4 days, and then the Lions only get to do that for a couple days, and then they got to travel. It's tougher for the road team on a short trip like that.
This is the day when we separate the men from the boys.
Oh yeah.
So they're banged up, and they're missing some key players. But Green Bay is also, like I stated, but who's missing more key players, really? Because Green Bay's missing Aaron Jones, who's probably the best player on their team.
Yeah.
They're missing. Well, he might play. We don't know because I think he was doubtful for today, so maybe he'll be back next week. Christian Watson hasn't played all year, and he's probably their best receiver.
Yeah.
And Jair Alexander didn't play and might not play, and he's like maybe the best corner in the league.
Yeah, he's top 4 or 5.
So literally, their 3 best players did not play, and they still beat the Saints today. And are they going to play Thursday? If them 3 do not play, I for sure give the edge to the Lions 100%.
You're putting an asterisk next to it?
Nah, I don't do the asterisk stuff. Stupid. Because the Lions are missing guys too. The Lions are missing Mosley. The Lions are missing Gardner Johnson. The Lions are missing Kirby Joseph. The Lions are missing Decker. The Lions are missing guys too.
Yeah, they are.
But I think it's harder for the Packers to overcome the 3 main guys they're missing than it is for the Lions to overcome the guys they're missing. Because for one, I think the Lions have a little bit better depth.
Yeah.
At each of the positions that they're missing.
But they really need the offensive line help. That was apparent to me today.
I felt like pass protection wise, I thought they did okay, but they have no running lanes. Jahmyr Gibbs has nowhere to run the ball.
No shit.
And Zonovan Knight that had nowhere to run the ball.
No.
They got nowhere to run the ball.
No.
They don't throw to Gibbs. It seems like
I don't understand that piece of it.
They do not utilize Jahmyr Gibbs the way he was utilized at Alabama in the same.
I think he had 2 receiving yards today.
There's opposite galaxies the way Alabama used Gibbs and the way the Lions use Gibbs. Alabama rarely had him run between the tackles.
Right.
It was always edge, outside stuff, toss plays. Rarely up the middle. Threw a ton of passes to him. I mean, he had like 50 receptions or something like that.
Yeah.
In the Lions, it's just run between tackles.
I don't get it. He's not a between. What are you doing with him? Like that was stupid.
They're gonna get him killed.
Yeah.
And it seems like every time he runs up the middle, he's getting popped pretty good.
Yeah, he's getting popped.
It ain't just like run up the tackle and fall down. He's getting pretty banged up the middle.
He had a really nice drive late in the game. He picked up some good chunks, and that was really where a lot of his yardage came from. Because the first part of the game, he did nothing. It wasn't until that drive where he picked up like 21 yards on one run, and then he picked up some good 7, 8, 9 yarders, here and there. But yeah, I mean, I look at this game and I say this is easily a winnable game for the Lions.
You fucking mark!
Green Bay may be favored because it's a home game, because it's Green Bay. See if there is a line
I like
on
that you use the phrase "it's easily a winnable game for the Lions," because I do look at it the same way. I think like you want to look at it in terms of semantics. I do think
Green Bay by 1.
when you look at the verbiage of that, I think it is an easily winnable game for the Lions, but I don't think it's an easily winnable game for Green Bay. I think it's easier game for the Lions to win than it is for Green Bay. The Green Bay is going to have to bring a lot more to the table than what the Lions do to win. Like Green Bay is going to have to play
nearly a
perfect game to win this game. The Lions have already shown they can play pretty off and win.
Yep.
Yeah, Green Bay played off today too against the Saints and won. But I think the Saints are also pretty fraudulent, especially offensively. The Saints got a really good defense, but
Derek Carr, I'm not a believer in, and then they were down to Jameis Winston. Really.
Yeah, so I don't know. I do think that it is. I think the Lions definitely have the edge in terms of player personnel. I think they got the better team. Now, coaching wise, I don't know. I think the Lions have good coordinators. I think Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn.
I wasn't enamored with Ben Johnson's play calling through most of the game today. I was
some
not
funky stuff.
I was not. I mean,
there's some funky stuff.
Some good stuff. Some stuff I was like, boy, what are you doing?
I don't like how conservative Goff is all the time too. Goff is so conservative. It's like Goff it refuses or is terrified to take shots down the field.
Is he just a really good game manager?
Oh, for sure.
All right, so use your fucking head if you know how.
I mean, that's really all he is.
He's Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, but better.
Yeah, I guess.
I thought Trent Dilfer sucked, but
he's Brad Johnson.
Yeah.
That's who he is. I don't know. It's just I hate how conservative he is to take shots down the field. He just doesn't do it.
He missed the one on Khalif Raymond today, and that was a bummer because, dude, he was open.
So maybe when J-Mo comes back, that'll change. But it's like if you can't hit Khalif Raymond when he's wide open down the field, how are you going to hit Jameson Williams?
I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe Williams will never even come back. Who the hell knows?
So what do you got here? It's Green Bay by 1. Over under is 46. That's the odds.
I'm going to take the under. I think it's under 46. I don't think it's going to be a ton of points scored. I think both teams have pretty stout defenses. Road game, short turnaround. I think defense travels. So I think Lions D is going to be pretty good. And as much as I want to take Green Bay because the Lions have effed us, but they didn't F me because I picked the Lions to beat the Falcons.
Yeah, you did.
Falcons. You did not. So
No.
the Lions didn't F me today.
It was reverse psychology for me.
I am going to actually take the Lions. My better judgment would say take the Packers at home on a short turnaround in Lambeau. But the Lions have owned Green Bay the last 2 games when they had Aaron Rodgers, a better quarterback than Jordan Love. And I think the Lions are just a better team. They look like they've maybe found their stride a little bit today.
I think so. It felt like it.
And
today.
I think Green Bay kind of clawed back and lucked into a win today because they should have lost because the Saints were kicking a field goal at the end of the game to win it, and the guy missed the field goal.
Yeah.
So they should have lost today.
Yeah, and it was not a long field. It was like a 46-yarder. I mean, it was makeable.
So the Lions, to me, have showed a little more in the fact that I think they have their identity. I think they know what their identity is a little better than what. I don't think Green Bay has an identity.
Not yet.
And I don't think anybody knows what Jordan Love is.
No.
I think they're going to be missing some really key players on their offense, which is going to hurt him. It's going to hurt their play calling. But I think it's a low-scoring game. I think it's going to be 20. I'd go 20-16 Lions.
Yeah, I
win.
think a low scoring.
20-16 Lions. So we're talking 36 points. Take the under, and Green Bay's favored by 1. So obviously I got Lions covering that and winning that 20-17.
2017.
What did I say first? 20-16.
2016.
I say 20-17 Lions win.
I'm going to say 27-23 Lions.
And the over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me 50.
Okay.
You know.
Well, pretty good predictions.
Yeah.
Both of them. Okay. Well, I don't know when it's going to be till next weekend when we do the post on that because the game's Thursday. So
yeah, Friday.
People are just going to have to wait until like Saturday to get the recap on it. But I think it's going to be a good one.
Me too. I'm looking.
I can't wait. Lions fans are going to be hyped.
Yeah.
Community's
Thursday
going to be
night.
hyped.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of Lions fans at that game. I bet.
Oh yeah.
There'll be a lot of blue ski masks.
Oh yeah.
All right,
making
Brad.
the trip out there.
Till then, Smith Boys. Out.
See you.
Hi, good night, everybody.